all in that wall. You can see these are the rivets for the trailer.
I'm meteorologist Todd Borick. More severe storms to talk about as we work our way through the evening and even parts of the overnight. Now, what's happening is that we really have two fronts we're dealing with, or at least we're dealing with two particular areas of concern. The first of which through upstate New York and the parts of Pennsylvania down into Maryland and West Virginia. The second one mainly from Michigan into Indiana, a little bit closer to where a cold front is. And it may be hard to pick up, but right here you can actually see, at least as far as this visible satellite, two things. First of all, you can see how the shadow is starting to work its way on in as we're now starting to head toward dusk. That's going to lose a little bit of the steam with these storms as we head through this evening tonight. Once we lose the daytime heating, it's going to lose a lot of the strength of these storms, but still have a tornado warning storm out there for Lancaster and York counties until 7:30. This particular cell south actually had a spotter reported, at least in terms of some type of rotation, also a possible funnel cloud being reported. Right now, though, this is still radar indicated, a tornado warning, but take cover immediately in counties of Lancaster and York until 7:30 when the cell passes through. You can see all the amount of thunder activity and lightning activity we're seeing with this, and there is a decent shot of gate-to-gate shear here. Now, what's happening, too, is you got to remember we're in a very mountainous area of Pennsylvania, so the radar beam coming on down from State College is having a hard time really picking up the entire spin. But you can still see a little bit of that spin there. Green toward the radar site and red away, and that is where that radar indicated tornado warned storm is out there. Also, a severe thunderstorm warning in effect for Carbon and Monroe counties until 8 o'clock. Notice what's starting to happen, though. This storm is moving off the east relatively quickly. It's going to be moving into North Jersey. And there's potential where we could see some severe storms move in that state as well as we head our way through this evening. Farther off to the north, we did have a severe thunderstorm working into parts of Vermont. That has now been allowed to expire. Bigger perspective, though, still shows some flash flood warning that's still out over parts of upstate New York. A couple of these cells now moving into Vermont and trying to push into New Hampshire. Still could end up being a stray severe, but now we're starting to work our way toward evening, and I would not be surprised we end up seeing maybe a slight risk there. Farther off to the west in Michigan, we had a severe thunderstorm warning that was over in between Saginaw and Flint for Shiawassee County. That has been allowed to expire, but still we're seeing a relatively strong cell now moving into Lansing. Michigan State campus could see some small hail and some brief high wind gusts out of this. We'll keep our eye on whether or not that cell will work its way back to severe strength. Passing now through Indianapolis, we have this line of showers and thunderstorms. These storms had a history of severe weather. Biggest issue here will be, again, hail upwards of about maybe an inch or so in diameter, and also some winds gusting upwards of 60 miles an hour. So really working on two different type of systems here. And you can actually see some of the hail being reported just back and just to the south side of Indianapolis, upwards of about 3/4 of an inch. One of the reasons why that cell itself was under this severe thunderstorm warning. So let me show you a bigger perspective here. These are the severe thunderstorm watches currently in effect until 9 o'clock. Notice for a good part of eastern and central Pennsylvania down through western Maryland and eastern West Virginia. Now, the Storm Prediction Center is starting to notice this area and is highlighting the potential. The potential is not there yet of a severe thunderstorm watch that could push now into a good chunk of New Jersey, also including the New York City area and Philadelphia. So more updates will be coming your way, but watch out as this line of showers and storms will move in your direction. I would not be surprised we see some severe weather try to push into places that could possibly impact Philadelphia, New York City, the 5 boroughs, and at least areas nearby. Just keep that in mind as we head through this evening. Another severe thunderstorm watch in effect until 9 o'clock for upstate New York into parts of western Massachusetts and Vermont. And one last severe thunderstorm watch remains in effect until 10 o'clock p.m. That is for a good part of eastern and central Indiana, as well as parts of southern Michigan. More updates coming your way as we have more severe weather could push in the evening.
5,000 pounds? It's going to be somewhere in